How's it going, everyone? It's Alex Baumgartner, lead Florida Panthers writer here at the 5 Reasons Sports Network. Today, we'll be doing a Take 5 on the success of the Florida Panthers. So I want to jump right into this. Florida Panthers just 2 points out of first place in the National Hockey League. They have been one of the best teams all season. And as we saw last year, they made it to the Stanley Cup final, getting into the playoffs by just 1 point. Just based off the standings and how many games are left, it's going to be looking very unlikely that that's going to be the case again with them needing to claw back into the playoffs. They're playing for seeding at this point. Last 13 games, the Florida Panthers have been very impressive defensively specifically. They've given up 2 or fewer goals in 13 straight, 11-2 over that span. So let's talk about the goaltending. First off, starter Sergei Bobrovsky, 42 games this season. He has 28 wins. He has a 2.36 goals against average and a .916 save percentage. These are the best numbers he's had as a Panther. And as we saw last year in the playoffs, he's kind of been carrying that momentum into this season, and they're going to need another big run from him going forward. The backup, Anthony Stolarz, has been extremely impressive as well. In his 18 games, he's picked up 10 wins, but here's the crazy part. 1.92 goals against average and a .925 save percentage. This is Anthony Stolarz' first season as a Florida Panther, and I mean, he's clicking. Last year, we saw Alex Lyon have a couple great series for the Panthers at the end of the regular season to help them get into the playoff, and their backup this year is doing something very similar, getting them wins when they need it, giving Sergei Bobrovsky those days off, and the goaltending's been clicking, one of the best tandems in the league this year. Offensively, they've been great as well. Sam Reinhart, second in the NHL in goals with 39. Once he hits 40, he'll be the 4th Panther to ever do it. Carter Verhaeghe, Matthew Tkachuk, and Pavel Bure are the only other 3. Speaking of Carter Verhaeghe, another season of hitting 30 goals for him. His career high is 42, and it looks like he's going to get close to that number this season. Matthew Tkachuk, he's been heating up as late December into February, one of the best players in the league over that span. And then Captain Alexander Barkov is in a standout two-way player once again. Is going to be another year of him being in the Selke conversation. Defensively, they've been top-notch. Gustav Forsling might be the most underrated defenseman in the league. Had a big game last night, breaking up a 3-on-1 in overtime, flipping the ice, and then scoring the one-timer for the overtime winner. Aaron Ekblad, his defense partner, has been playing really defensive hockey this year. Not as much offense as you've seen in years past from Ekblad, but they need defense from him, and that's what he's been providing this year. The Panthers, why has it worked? They've been very locked in as a team. They play a team game. They don't cheat the game. They'll lock it down defensively. They can score a lot of goals, as we've seen 9 goals against Tampa, had a couple 4-5 goals games as well. But they're a team that prides themselves on defense first, playing aggressive hockey, getting to the corners, finishing their checks, making sure they fight for the pucks. And that's what they need in the playoffs. They experienced it last year going to the Cup final, and it seems like a lot of that mold is carried over to this season. So with 24 games left, it's pretty much getting ready for the playoffs, playing for that seeding, and making sure you don't drop off right before it starts really mattering. But the Panthers have been great this year, and they've been the best team in South Florida all season. So we'll leave it on that. This has been Alex Baumgartner, lead Florida Panthers writer here at 5 Reasons Sports for this week's episode of Take 5.